Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is October 12th, 2025, and Hansi Flick could have a new role for Gerard Martin. Also, Barcelona have decided that they will not be renewing the contract of Robert Lewandowski. And finally, a Bundesliga striker who dreams of Barcelona. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and I'm officially back home. As you can see, I'm in my YouTube studio. I landed about an hour ago. I wanted to go to sleep, but I said, no, Mo, you can't go to sleep. You still have to make news videos since I didn't make any today. But of course, since it's late, I don't have time to film, edit, and post. So this is why I'm doing this short live to bring you all Barcelona's news from today, October 12th. And of course, tomorrow, back to your regularly scheduled videos, including the podcast, a live podcast at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, now that I'm back home, let's dive right into the news because, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Hansi Flick has been working tirelessly all throughout this FIFA international break to try to revert back the situation, try to figure out what's going on with the team, how he can improve it. We talked about how he has decided or will be trying to use Marcus Rashford in the center forward position to try to re-energize Barcelona's attack. Well, now Hansi Flick is also thinking about another change, and this change concerns Gerard Martin. Now, as you know, Gerard Martin so far has been the starter in the left-back position, given Alejandro Balde's injury, but now Alejandro Balde is fully recovered. He played both against PSG and Sevilla coming off the bench, and now with this week and a half, or I don't know how long it's been, a FIFA international break, Alejandro Balde will for sure be 100% fit. And then against Girona, it's expected that he will start, which means that, of course, Gerard Martin will no longer be the starter in the left-back position. And now it's reported that Flick is considering doing what he did during the summer, which is use Gerard Martin in that center-back position. Now, as you know, since Inigo Martinez left, there's been kind of like a hole in the defense where we don't really have a left-footed center-back. All of our center backs are right-footed. Andreas Christensen, Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, Pau Cubarsí, they're all right-footed. But of course, Gerard Martin is left-footed. Hansi Flick tried him out in that center back position during the summer, during the preseason. It worked out. It wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad either. It's reported that Flick could move Gerard Martin to that left center back position now that Balde is fully recovered. And now that Jofre Torres could technically become Alejandro Balde's substitute. Now, we'll see how this will work out, of course, but another change that Hansi Flick is looking to do in order to balance out the squad. Now, on to the next bit of news, and this one is big because, ladies and gentlemen, it's confirmed Barcelona have decided not to extend the contract of Robert Lewandowski. Now, to some of you, this might not be a surprise because it was there's an expectation that he was going to leave. I expected him to leave. Honestly, I didn't think Barcelona were going to renew him. But nonetheless, the door was a little bit open, right? Because Lewandowski's contract does expire in the summer of 2026. This is his last season. It was expected that he wasn't going to be renewed. But given Barcelona's financial situation, the financial fair play, the lack of options in the market, there was still that small possibility that Barcelona could extend Lewandowski for one more season in case they can't find anyone else. But now it's being reported that the decision has been made. Lewandowski will be leaving the club during the summer at the end of his contract. And of course, it has to do with a couple of things. A, his age, right? He is 37 years old. In the summer, he will become 38 years old. And B, is that, the club have noticed that Lewandowski cannot meet the intensity that Hansi Flick demands of his players, right? Lewandowski is at an age where he cannot meet those demands, or if he can probably do it for short periods of time. Definitely not 90 minutes of every single match. So given all of that together, Barcelona have decided not to renew Lewandowski, and Lewandowski will be leaving in the summer, which of course is going to leave Barcelona a big hole, a big problem on who's going to sub him. Now, I know some people say Ferran Torres, but let's be honest. Ferran Torres is great off the bench. Doesn't have the quality to be a Barcelona starting center forward. Of course, we could talk about Marcus Rashford, but I think it's too early to decide whether Rashford could be the potential replacement for Lewandowski. We'll see how he does throughout the rest of the season. And then as far as going to the transfer market, Barcelona, unfortunately, don't have the financial muscle right now to try to compete with the big clubs for the big strikers, like the Haalands of the world, the Julian Alvarez's of the world. Someone Barcelona can go for is, of course, someone like Etaillon, right? Someone who's promising, but not yet established. So we'll see what Barcelona will do. Are they going to replace Lewandowski with someone that we have? Are they going to have to go to the market and settle for someone who's, more of a future bet rather than someone that can hit the ground running? We'll see how it goes. But one thing is for sure, Lewandowski will not be staying at the club past this summer. Now, speaking of strikers, there is one striker in the Bundesliga who's been compared to Lewandowski, who's no other than Fisnik Asllani. If you haven't heard of Fisnik Asllani, 23-year-old, born in Berlin, but he has a Kosovo nationality. Currently plows his trade at Hoffenheim. Again, he's been compared a lot to Lewandowski. This season, he scored 4 goals and provided 1 assist in 6 appearances. Right now, he has attracted a lot of attention in the Bundesliga. Dortmund and Bayern Munich both keeping an eye on him. There's another 4 Bundesliga clubs who are also interested in him. And he could be an option, not because Barcelona are considering it, but given the statements that he recently made during an interview where Asllani made it clear that, he dreams of playing in Barcelona. Now, this is what Fisnik Asllani said. My dream club has always been FC Barcelona. I've always wanted to play there. I want to play in the Champions League someday. It's important to have dreams and to work towards them. So again, Asllani, someone that's making a lot of waves in the Bundesliga, is being compared to Lewandowski a lot. Dreams of coming to Barcelona. And this, of course, begs the question, do you think Asllani should be someone that Barcelona considers? Have you seen him play? Do you think he'd be a good option? Let me know in the comment section. Now, we will end today's video with some statements that were made by another attacker, this time Zlatan Ibrahimovic, because Zlatan had the following words to say about the Ballon d'Or, where Zlatan said, you have to judge the player on his ability to make a difference individually. For me, Yamal did. I would have given it to Yamal. So Zlatan says, Ballon d'Or should have gone to Lamine. Why? Because this award is supposed to be on individual ability to make a difference. It's always been like that, right? The Ballon d'Or is not about what you accomplish with your team, what trophies you won with your team. The Ballon d'Or has always been about the best player, regardless of where he plays, regardless of what trophies he won collectively, right? It's about what kind of difference he can make. And here I agree with Zlatan because, as I said plenty of times before the Ballon d'Or, sure, Dembélé was key in PSG winning the treble, but let's be honest, he didn't start making a difference until January. Lamine Yamal made a difference throughout that entire season. So why would you reward a player that performed half a season over a player that performed an entire season when this award is based on individual performance? Not who won the Champions League, just give them all the awards. But anyways, that's what Zlatan had to say. I wanted to share those comments with you because, of course, I do agree with them. Let me know you guys' thoughts. And with that, I will end this video. I'm going live again in a few moments because there is more news to cover. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, stay around for the next live. I will see you guys in that live. And as always, peace, guys.